rock. You're gonna hear it really quickly once it's like you're gonna get it really quickly. This first song is called Shoes, and it is autobiographical. It's about growing up with two older brothers, and I hope y'all enjoy it. I was young, so dumb, thinking I would somehow catch up to my brothers with fall. I lost. Every bra went in with me, held firm to my mother. She handed me down high tops. I was 39 dead last, never could stop. Hey! I never minded those shoes, they were worn by the coolest around. Say, I walk a mile in their shoes like a boss with no clue. It's some hell. Yeah. Y'all see what I mean? We were all grown up in the attic where we kept our childhood treasures. Hey, look, they took all the goods, but still I want my turn. No pressure, they handed me down high tops. I was 39 dead last, never could stop. Hey! I never minded those shoes, they were worn by the coolest around. Say, I walk a mile in their shoes like a boss with no glue. Get some hell. Here we go. Na 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 na. They're still handing. I never minded those shoes, they were worn by the coolest around. I was young and dumb, so wrong, and I'm destined to be number one. Plus one. Still to this day. Thank y'all very much. Ted's, I overheard somebody saying that Ted's is like one of the best places to play. I totally agree with it. The acoustics, the care, the love for musicians, it's pretty amazing. Trent and Whitney, they just do the thing. So we appreciate that. I know, right? So the next song that I have for y'all, this is definitely in the yacht rock category. It had a blast making this. I do sometimes what are called song prompts, which sort of during the pandemic, wrote this song, like a lot of songs that you're probably hearing in the past 2 years or so from other artists. You're like, yeah, we wrote that probably during the pandemic. But anyway, the subject of the prompt was glass, and I'm sort of like, well, there's Heart of Glass, and there are lots of people like that. But I sort of thought about what about the anti-hero, not the Taylor Swift, version. But what about it's like a hero who's like really fragile, made of glass? And so that's kind of where this came from. I hope y'all enjoy this. This is one of my personal favorites. It's called Made of Glass. Reflect on all that you mean to me. You're the brightest diamond I've ever seen. When my touch so much feels like cutting up. Carve me into anything you think of. I'm made of glass. I'm made of glass. Ain't built to last. I'm built to crash. So made of glass. Kinda like a bull in a china shop. Make another move, we won't ever stop. Now I find my mind in a prism dream. Seeing all your colors, you're everything, and I'm made of glass. So made of glass. Ain't built to last. I'm breaking bad. I'm made of glass. Shield me from what I become. Take me down. Seal me with all of your love. Yeah. I'm made of glass. Ain't built to last. I'm built to crash. So I'm made of glass. Oh, I'm made of glass. I'm breaking bad. I'm made of glass. I'm made of glass. Thanks, y'all. So much fun. I appreciate y'all. I want to thank my friends who made it tonight. It's really cool to see everybody, and it's cool to see new friends as well. So next song I've got for y'all is called "Name Came Up," and it is voice in the pen, so I get to tell a little story behind it. It's not about one particular person, but it's about certain people that I've met in my life that have we as humans do have a thing where it's like we act different around our parents than we do around our friends. But the characters in this biography of seeing other people, these folks were very different, like different people between this group and between that group. And I'm just one of those people. Like I was like, wow, how do you keep up with all that? So this is that song, "Name Came Up." My name is Michael and I sing my songs when I'm able. You like to go by your new name. Your folks never gave a name, came up from nowhere. That's somewhere I remember. You twist and shout right out of your shell so well. A name may trip me up, but your face I will remember. Could you remember? Would you remember? I'll play this game with the rules you'll break, with no rhyme or reason. Those Delayed plans don't stand a chance. When old friends say, hey, 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 your name came up from nowhere, that's somewhere. I remember you twist and shout right out of your shell so well. Name may trip me up, but your face I will remember. Could you remember? Would you remember? Oh, oh, oh. Yeah. Woo, woo. A name may trip me up, but your face I will remember. Could you remember? Would you remember? Would you remember? My name is Michael. Goodbye. Name came up and up. Hey now, what's your name? What's your name? You got me reeling. I'm dealing with the feeling that you're stealing every little bit of my fragile heart. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, oh, oh. Can't you see just what I mean? You're everything just as you are. There you go, there you go. My name came up and up and up. Name came up. My name came up. Thank y'all. All right, I know I've got just a few more. I'm going to do a song. Y'all, this has been a great year for me. I'm just going to say it. I mean, yeah, let's give it up for great years. You know, they're not all great, you know. We all know that. So when I do this song, it really helps me celebrate sort of the beginning of this year. This was the first release that was done back in February. It's a song called Save Me Some, another song written during the pandemic. I didn't want to complain too much. You know, you don't want to sound like a complainer. My wife and I, she is a podiatric surgeon, and so foot and ankle surgeon. And I also teach. I teach private lessons, and I taught at a private school for a few years. And so during the pandemic, I was on the computer all day. She was gone all day, which added a whole new level of stress because, you know, she had to go into hospitals and lots of quarantining, all that jazz. So neither one of us really missed a beat. And who wanted to complain because so many people lost jobs, so many people had, you know, lost their ways of living and things like that. So it's like, we're not going to complain. But I was online so much during the day, and then she would be online at night just because she needed a way to decompress. And so this is sort of the song that came from that feeling of just like, you know, it's like all this social media stuff. It just, and it really resonates today. And so I hope that y'all get something out of this song. This song is called Save Me Some. Save me some of your time. Don't rush, don't fight. Heaven knows it's a crime when our days dark out the night. When we're turning down all the lights, scrolling down timelines. Will you look at me in the eyes? Tell me what's really on your mind. Save me some time. I'm gonna rose and shine on. Save me some with a smile. There's a laugh in your cry. Let it ripple out with the tide. Let the waves wash us tonight. Let it ripple out with the tide. Scrolling down timelines. Will you look at me in the eyes? Tell me what's really on your mind. Save me some time. shine on. Save me some time. I'm gonna rise and shine on and save me some. When you're barely holding on, what you feel feels too strong. All I need is your love and attention. Then save me some time. I'm gonna rise, yeah, shine on. Save me some time. I'm gonna rise and shine on. Save me some time. You better run up your hand in mine. Roll down the road, let's ride. Yeah, save me some time and shine on. Save me some time. Save me some time. Thank y'all so much. All right, so let's shift gears. Oh, I've got the dad jokes, y'all. I'm like dad joke 2.0. So this song's called Drive All Night, and it was written on my way back. I did some DC and Baltimore and Nova, which I was like, Nova, what does that mean? Is that like the star? And it's like, no, it's Northern Virginia. And I'm like, okay, so I get it now. Anyway, I was up there, and on my way back from Richmond, I got caught in this swarm of cars that just like, they were like hot rods. And the part I left out in the song is I was driving a Kia Rio at the time. So I felt like they were probably just like picking on me and all that fun stuff. But anyway, I kind of was like, okay, well, I have to drive fast because they're all around me. And so anyway, this is called Drive All Night. Drive all night. Drive all night. Drive all night. Well, I got a white and black checkered flag tightly wrapped like a top here on my dashboard. I wanna work and walk like a dog's tail at your door. If you would drape it by your side, I'd give my life to you completely. We'll get to sleep when we're dead, so come on, drive all night. I wanna drive all night. I'm alright, I'm alright. If you wanna take the wheel, let's make that a real. Well, I wanna lay the soft cushion back, give it slack, get relaxed before we start up. We got that sinking feeling, that's why we need to go. Well, those shimmer tassel earrings strum my heartstrings up, then down so sweetly. Well, they shine the green up ahead, so come on, drive all night. I wanna drive all night. I'm alright, I'm alright. If you wanna take the wheel, let's make that real. Yeah. Blah, da, da, oh, da, 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 oh. Blah, da, da, ha. Come saying? Drive all night. Drive all night if you want to take the wheel. Let's make that wheel, yeah. La da da ho, la da da ho, la da da ha. Drive all night. All right, I think I've got time for one more. Is that? Am I cool? All right. So I'm gonna save this one for the end. And so when I was talking about earlier about this pretty cool year I've had career-wise, so this next song is a song called "Nothing Special," and we released it over the summer. We did a radio campaign. It did extremely well, and it charted on Billboard, which was really, thank you. So it peaked at number 23 on the adult contemporary chart for 2 weeks. Now, here's if y'all already know, if you just can tell who I am through my songs, like I want to make a T-shirt, and so I'm claiming it, manifesting it as we speak. I'm making a T-shirt that says, "I charted during the Taylor Swift eras," okay? Because y'all, if you saw the chart of the top 40, it was like every third song was Taylor Swift. I'm like, wow, the market, the real estate is just like Taylor Swift. So I'm like, it was pretty cool. So anyway, it's kind of a dumb idea for a shirt, but I mean, I'm kind of dumb. So anyway, this last song is called "Nothing Special," and it's about growing up with, a great foundation of love, loving grandparents, loving families. So I hope y'all enjoy it. Well, sometimes nothing special is everything to me. My blanket wears some tatters, but sends me right to sleep. Some laughing through a low thread count, but each one counts to me. But sometimes nothing special, it's everything to me. My suitcase is so worn out, and I get my share of stares. But where I've been and who I love still takes me everywhere. So get that greatest pleasure, from lavish luxury. But sometimes nothing special, it's everything to me. Yeah. Ooh, whoa, oh, oh. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, oh, oh, oh. My grandma's woven blanket and my grandpa's luggage set, they take me so much further than trains and cars and jets. 'Cause in the end, that feeling will last eternally. Well, sometimes nothing special, it's everything to me. That's it. Thank y'all so much. Here comes the fun part.
I feel like you don't mind this part.
No, I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
So they're like, I'm always trying to think of what I want to ask, while watching the performance. And obviously, I've met you several times now, but some things that I was curious about. I feel like, do you have any background in theater or anything like when you were a kid at all?
That's really funny because I don't have background in theater, but like as an adult, I have worked so much from just being like a piano guy and sort of like having because playing piano is the whole two-hand thing, and you're just like having a multi-track and multi-voicings and things like that. So I got called to do like a lot of plays like in my 20s and 30s and stuff like that, and so it just sort of like it's an osmosis thing. So my brother was actually more in theater. My older brother, Kevin, he did a lot of plays and stuff like that. So I was just kind of around it. I mean, I'd never did the theater, and I was never involved in like productions. But yeah, there is definitely a theater
influence some sort
for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. I'm as a performer, I'm like, people tell me all the time, like, you just act like you're really into it, and I'm like, why wouldn't I be? I mean, that's So yeah, for sure.
Well, that's true, but everybody has their their way of performing, and
yes.
But you do always look like you're just having like the best time. So have you ever played? Speaking of the yacht rock, have you ever played? Like on a cruise, or like some musicians go out and play on cruises. Have you ever done anything like that?
Never done anything like that. I'm sure it's going to happen sooner or later. I've never played on a boat. Now it's really cool though, because once again, just piggybacking off of my wife, thank you so much, sweetheart. She had, from the pandemic, she got one of those like power source things, and so like I can actually not have to be plugged in and like a busker thing. So like I can busk for 3 or 4 hours with the PA without it going dead and that kind of thing. So it's going to happen. Once again, manifesting. Anybody got a boat? It doesn't have to be fancy. I want to play on a boat. I want to play these songs on a boat. All right.
You can play on a boat down here in Wilmington.
I know. I mean, yeah, look where I am. So anybody knows anybody? Yeah. Hey, all right. Let's do it. I'm giving you a card before we're leaving. All right.
So you told us a little bit about the writing and where your songs came from, like the ideas behind them. But you do have a lot going on with the music. So you build those tracks a little bit just to like, give some of the audience that might not know how it works. Explain a little bit how you build those tracks in your keyboard and how you get all that music up behind.
Absolutely.
The main.
So
melody.
I usually, I kind of mix. I work with producers, but then I self-produce sort of all at the same time, just depending. And the tracks are sort of built. I like to go sort of, as far as the songwriting process, to make sort of a short story not so short, I go in, I usually start with a lyric idea or a melody idea, usually chord progression, one of those two. Sometimes it all happens at the same time, which is wonderful when that happens. But then I usually just track. I usually start kind of bottom to top, so it's like drums, bass, keyboard, guitar. I usually write mostly on the keyboard or the acoustic guitar. So yeah, all those things kind of like, and then the what we call the ornaments at the end, like the things that make things kind of extra special.
Yeah, like the shaker.
The shake, the shaker. yeah, or the
little touch at the end.
The swells.
Yes.
I'm a big swell guy. If you hear some of the songs on Spotify, it's like this guy never met going from verse to chorus. I love to pull in a more of that theater stuff.
Yes. Well, thank you again, Michael, for being on the show.
My pleasure.
Thanks for being on Voice in the Pen. We hope to hear more success stories from you. Congratulations on getting that song on Billboard.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming down here. And we're going to set up for our next performer. Heather Cunningham is coming up next.
Yeah.
Take a break, get a drink, go to the bathroom, whatever you need to do.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Do I have to sing? La da da. I can't. Just do a check 1 2. Check 1 2. I'll probably sing a teeny bit louder. Check 1 2. Every time I've ever had to do that, I'm like, I can't. It's awkward. I'm like, Amazing Grace.
Ready to go? All right.
Cool.
Okay, so it looks like Heather's got a fan base in Wilmington. Yeah. This is Heather Cunningham, to those of you who don't know. She's been on Voice in the Pen once in the past. I think it's been maybe a year or so since then. And the first song I heard by you and the one that you've got recorded is called Mixed Feelings. And she's going to play a few more songs for you guys tonight. So give her a hand.
Yeah, no, thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you to Emily for putting this on. Let's do one more clap for Michael. So talented. Yeah, thank you guys for coming. Live music is so special, and it's just something that I don't feel like happens enough. Pretty much my story of getting into music and songwriting was a lot about when I was born. I was born in 99, so with that came VH1 and MTV and Glee and iTunes, and then it kind of just led to my 7th grade science teacher teaching me guitar, and so here we are. The first song is called My Girl, and my younger sister has Down syndrome, and she attends a group, like a book club every Wednesday for young adults with disabilities, and I've gone a couple times. They were reading a book about a dog, and the whole book was from the perspective of the dog. And he was like talking about his owner, and he just like continually referred to the owner as my girl. And I just thought that was super endearing. We never learned her name. And so I hope you guys enjoy it. I have plenty of troubles and insecurities too. Some days I get scared that the sky will fail to be blue. But you say you're my girl. I get scared of falling and scared I'll never fall. Scared of loving that there is none for me at all. But you say you're my girl. And I could think of 1,000 things I don't want to be in this life. I could think of 1,000 things, but the apple of your eye is higher on the list than you would think. You call me my girl, I can breathe. I could climb some mountains and swim 1,000 seas, but the only thing I want is to be called your lady. I know I'm your girl. I could think of 1,000 things I don't want to be in this life. I could think of 1,000 things, but the apple of your eye could think of 1,000 things I don't want to be in this life. I could think of 1,000 things, but the apple of your eye is higher on the list than you would think. You call me my girl, I can breathe. Thank you. Cool. Thank you, guys. This next song so I'm 24 now, but I feel like I've learned coming into adulthood, there's been so many moments I'm just like, oh, man, like you still kind of feel like you're back in middle school. And I remember just having some of those moments, being on a soccer field or being at like my adult job and just like you're going to burst into tears and you're like, oh, someone please call my mom to pick me up. And so this song is called I Just Want My Mom. And it's kind of that, just like once you enter adulthood, you still like have that urge. And then in a bigger sense, I think just like looking at the whole world and looking at events in the news, just kind of being like, who okayed this and where are our parents and how is this all happening? So I hope you enjoy it. I just want my mom. I don't feel like I belong. My eyes are doing that crazy thing where they splash all over me. I just want my mom. People, they're coming on so strong. And their words are pummeling me from the tops of trees to my aching knees. And I just want my mom. Say you'll be okay. You're the one to save the day. 'Cause this world gets bigger by the second. Square miles, they never end. But I know you are my dearest friend. I know you are my dearest friend. But when the world closes in on me, I'll stand strong like an oak tree. Will be better with time. 'Cause I am yours and you are all mine. I just want my mom, and for things to feel like they belong, just give it space and it time. Everything that's heavy will feel light when the world closes in on me. I'll stand strong like an oak tree. Will be better. Just give it time. I am yours and you are all mine. I just want my mom, and for things to feel like they belong. Just give it space and give it time. I am yours and you are all mine. Thank you. Yeah? Can I do it? Okay, we're gonna do a quick switch to guitar. All right, awesome. Cool. This next song I wrote my senior year of high school. It's called Twisters. It's just kind of about a really challenging season. I was sick, but I wasn't fully diagnosed, and so you're kind of battling just a myriad of symptoms without a diagnosis. So it was such a tough time. So for me, it was just a really kind of personal song about my faith in that time. And I know all songwriters are different, but I try not to ever write songs if there's kind of no hopeful meaning in it, because I don't really feel like that adds too much value to the world. So again, this is Twisters, and I hope you like it. Change my past if I could. I would rewrite my story, you know I would. 'Cause these are not the plans I made. The lights are out, there's only shade. I don't wanna be lost at sea, but I will, 'cause I know you're still with me. Don't wanna lie in the dark, but that's when I look up and see the stars. Your hope is holding me in despair and raging seas. When twisters grip my heart, you hold me. In the wilderness, you speak tenderly. When I'm deep in shame, you call me free. I know I'm yours and you are mine, but I see decay, no signs of life. I don't wanna be lost at sea, but I will, 'cause I know you're still with me. Don't wanna lie in the dark, but that's when I look up and see the stars. Your hope is holding me in despair and raging seas. When twisters grip my heart, you hold me. In the wilderness, you are all I need. In the wilderness, you speak tenderly. In the wilderness, you are all I need. In the wilderness, you speak tenderly. I don't wanna be raging seas. When twisters grip my heart, you hold me. In the wilderness, you are all I need. In the wilderness, you speak tenderly. In the wilderness, you are all I need. In the wilderness, you speak tenderly. Thank you. All right, this is it for me. This is my last one. But so this is, as Emily said, this is the song that I do have on Spotify. So got a little cash together and got it produced. So that was kind of cool. This one's called Mixed Feelings, and I probably wrote it, I guess my junior or senior year of college, and it was, sorry, y'all, hold on. Just trying to stamp my place. It was kind of like if I could channel Taylor Swift in one song, just like a mean to boys kind of, not breakup song, but sort of, this would be it. So yeah, thank you guys for having me. And again, thanks for Emily for putting this on. And I hope you enjoy this last one. So nice and so cool. I don't even have to try, is what you say about me. You box me up just to set me free, and you look me in the eye, smile a bit with a boyish sigh, like you are so in love and dreaming like pretty things, and girls like mixed drinks. Some like diamond rings, but not mixed feelings. One day you're into me, the next you wanna leave. You're so moody, why you doing this to me? Thank you for hanging out. What's this about? Do you even like me? I hope you feel so cool. Got all the girls to want you. Girls like pretty things, and girls like mixed drinks. Some like diamond rings, but not mixed feelings. One day you're into me, the next you wanna leave. You're so moody, why you doing this to me? And I would be fine with a mixtape of songs you like, boy. And I would be fine with honesty, boy, but not like this. Girls like pretty things, and girls like mixed drinks. Some like diamond rings, but not mixed feelings. One day you're into me, the next you wanna leave. You're so moody, why you doing this to me? Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's funny, I've forgotten that song that you mentioned, mixtape, because I almost was going to call it mixtape, and I was like, no, don't say the wrong title of the song. So I just wanted to ask you some questions about, I know you said you learned to play guitar in 7th grade, you said?
Yeah, I was playing soccer. I played soccer for a lot of years, and I was a little burned out. And my science teacher in 7th grade would kind of just play for us just for fun. And I was like, Mr. Collins, like, I've seen you play guitar. My dad and I are going to go to Guitar Center this weekend. What should I buy? He's like, buy this and come to my class every Tuesday afternoon for the rest of the school year. And he gave me free lessons, which was awesome. So,
like after school or like?
Yeah, after school
Cool.
every Tuesday, I'd like learned the G chord and all the basics from Mr. Collins. So,
Nice, very cool. So what? I know you do graphic design as well, so that's like your main like job
Sure.
now, and so you've got the creative side in that way. What made you want to start writing lyrics? I know I don't know how long you've been writing.
Yeah.
When did you start writing lyrics? Did it come like poems or?
Yeah, no, that's like another funny story. I didn't I love music since I was a kid. I don't know if I like ever thought about songwriting. So yeah, in 7th grade I learned guitar, and then in 8th grade, my best friend at the time, there was like a little ice cream shop in our town, and they were giving the guitar teacher there was like doing a songwriting boot camp, and there was like 3 of us, and so that's how I learned songwriting. And I didn't really want to go, and he's like, your song was really great, and I was like, oh, thank you. And then like I got into my emo teen years and like just needed an outlet, so then I just kept on going.
So it sounds like, but in both ways, you kind of like fell into it a little bit.
For
You just
sure.
like had these things like right here, and there's like, you're gonna take lessons from me. You're gonna write these songs.
Super fortunate, yeah. Super just, yeah.
Very
Lucky.
cool. And I know you mentioned Taylor Swift, so I know she's one of your influences. Is there anybody else that influences your style, or anyone that you just like to listen to and put on repeat?
Yeah, I think I would say I fall into like that acoustic singer-songwriter, so stuff like this is great. I love Ben Rector, I love Andy Grammer. I can get into like some folksy stuff. Recently, a little Zach Bryan, a little bit recently. So just really good lyrics, good singer-songwriter. Even some like quirky ukulele stuff I really enjoy as well.
Awesome. Yeah, I love all that music too. I could hear your stuff on just like an acoustic, like chill playlist on Spotify. But thank you so much for being here. This is Heather's first time also at Live at Ted's performing. So give her a hand.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. We're going to set up for our next performers. We got the Sundance duo up next, guys.
Okay. Yeah. Sweet. And like Emily said, we are Sundance. Ta-da-ta-da. Of the Robert Redford movie fame. And just like everybody else, I mean, this grew up, and gee, as I was growing up, there was MTV, and we've been playing music since before electric.
Well, for
So-
me, it was Ed Sullivan.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that? I know somebody in here remembers the Ed Sullivan show. All right.
Ed is really the deep thinker of us. I write fluff. So he's real esoteric about things. And when we were three, not 3 years, but 3 people,
Oh, yeah.
Ed would write this deep stuff. I would write my fluff. And then Ted Todorov would come in and make it actually happen. So actually, a lot of our songs wouldn't be here without him. And so we give him some props tonight.
So this is for you, Ted. We were originally a trio called Tedward. Our CD is up there. But however, now we are a duo. And we are now Sundance. So we're here to play for you. So the first song we're going to do is the title song off that CD called Trust the Sun. And as you've heard it a few times here, this was a COVID song. I wrote the song, and then Ted helped me finish it, and it's called Trust the Sun. I hope you get it.
And I didn't want anything to do with it, so I stayed away. Yep.
When we started, we were dust. No sooner form begin to rust. Don't forget where we're from, somewhere above the sun. You're smiling a dash of your eye. It doesn't matter where you start. Time's the same. We all come from center of the sun. When the way seems lost in it all, feels so hard, you still have it all. It'll bring you back. Shine your star. Trust the sun. A man's ought to do some good. He's polished up his neighborhood, which led him to the other side of the door. Other than a hall you see, look inside and you'll agree. Seek the truth in the seal. Trust the sun. When the way seems lost in it all, feels so hard, you still have it all. It'll bring you back. Shine your star. Trust the sun. Winter cold sets in and summer days are gone, still have it all. It'll bring you back. Shine your star. Trust the sun. When you focus on the past, like empty memories of days of grass, take the truth and dismay. Seek another day. It's bigger than all you see. Look inside and you'll agree. Seek the truth, lock your soul. Trust the sun. Lock the human spirit to something bigger than today. Connect the human spirit to something bigger than today. Connect the human spirit to something bigger than today. Connect the human spirit to something bigger than today. Thank you.
Ooh, thanks a lot, guys.
So our songs, people say I'm not sure if they're complaining. They say our songs all sound different. Well, I think that's good.
And I've never been, this song's about Paris, France, this next one here. And I've never been to Paris, France, but I've been to Paris, Kentucky. and I've been to Paris, Texas. So I figured it's somewhere close, you know. Champs-Elysees, there's a little cafe where I met the girl of my dreams. A masterpiece in the city of lights, the land of lovely extremes. Hello, hello, Paris. Good to see you looking so fine. Hello, hello, Paris. We're gonna have a good time, good time, good time tonight. Off the coast of Marseille, some people say you gotta go to the south of France. But as for me, there's only Paris when the women of Paris get up and dance. Hello, hello, Paris. It's so good to see you looking so fine. Hello, hello, Paris. We're gonna have a good time, good time, good time tonight. We're hanging on to a southbound plane, riding a feeling that's hard to explain. Walking a tightrope to a flame. People come to see us, gonna go insane. I don't care about the grapevine talk. Let's give them something to see. Take a metro to an underground club and kiss up underneath the marquee. Hello, hello, Paris. It's so good to see you looking so fine. Hello, hello, Paris. We're gonna have a good time, good time, good time tonight. Hello, hello, Paris. It's so good to see you looking so fine. Hello, hello, Paris. We're gonna have a good time, good time, good time. Yeah, tonight. Woo.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Woo. We're just flying through these.
We're all going to be home in 20 minutes.
That's right. It's not like church.
And tell me. You got to go to my church. That was fun.
I'm Methodist. You're 20 minutes in, you're out, done.
Anyhow, the next song kind of speaks for itself. But there's a bit of a story to it, and it includes Ted. We were rehearsing, Ted and I, with two horn players. And I was wearing a Santa Cruz T-shirt, and these guys said, "Hey, you guys ought to write a song about Santa Cruz." Well, I just laughed it off and didn't take it serious. But the following week, Ted and I had a rehearsal by ourselves, and he comes in and goes, "I got this song I want you to sing." I said, "Really, what is it?" He goes, it's a song I wrote about Santa Cruz." So he played the demo live for me. He played it on his guitar, and he sang for me. And I said, "Dang, Ted, I never knew you were in Santa Cruz." He goes, "Well, I've never been to California." I said, "Well, wait a minute." I said, "Well, I mean, I read these words, and they were like, I could have wrote these words. I just wouldn't have done such a good job." And I looked at him and said, "How did you write this?" He goes, "Google." So he looked up Santa Cruz on Google, and he wrote this song, and it was just really cool.
It's the writer's friend.
So let's see how we do. "Well, it's up, can I hardly speak? Get me a beer, been a hell of a week. Jump in the car, cranked up the swing. Should be there about a half-past 2. Singing you this traveling song. Gonna dance and sing all night long. Gonna head out to the beach tonight. To see the boardwalk come in sight. Ain't no way that you can lose. Got the blues for Santa Cruz. Got the blues that you can do it. Got the blues for Santa Cruz. Sounds like the San Jose. Situated on Monterey Bay. Driving down on Highway 1. Gonna have ourselves some seaside fun. Street performers make you smile. Take a ride and take a ride. Walk Pacific Avenue. Enjoy the show, take in the view. Ain't no way that you can lose. Got the blues for Santa Cruz. Ain't no way that you can lose. Got the blues for Santa Cruz. Ride my bike on West Cliff Drive. Ocean air make you feel alive. Who's of course got something to eat. They love it too. Sun went down over Monterey. You know we had one hell of a day. Don't mind the mountain ride back home. Never reach this thrill the zone. Got something like that, it's you. Got the blues for Santa Cruz. Wear your heels, I'll wear my blue suede shoes. Got the blues for Santa Cruz. Wear your heels, I'm in my blue suede shoes. Got the blues for Santa Cruz.
Hmm.
Oh, that was fun.
And that's exactly the way it was written.
Kind of, almost. There was some recent interpretations made live on stage.
There you go.
There you go. This next song is a lot of fun.
Ed likes to keep me on my toes. Here, what am I playing? Oh, well. I'll catch up. It's about a girl I used to know a long time ago, and I think a lot of you guys do too. It's a drive-through life in a fast food nation. You work so hard, you need a long vacation. Let me tell you about a girl I know. You'll think up is down and fast is slow. Once you meet her, you're never gonna be the same. She's a little bit sunshine, a little hurricane. The forecast calls for clearing skies with a chance of rain. You can study her moves, she will bend the rules and always win the game. She's a little bit sunshine, little hurricane. There's nothing new that you can use to pay your bills. The thrill's been lost up on Blueberry Hill. But you're a little slow out of the gate, but then she walks right in to seal your fate, smelling like cheap perfume and attitude. She's a little bit sunshine, a little hurricane. The forecast calls for clearest skies with a chance of rain. Yeah, you can study her moves, she will bend the rules and always win the game. She's a little bit sunshine, little hurricane. She's a little bit, you can only sigh. Little bit, but you walk on by. You may not see her coming like the eye of the storm. You know she's been there with her style and charm. No, you're never gonna be the same, but you're sure as hell gonna remember her name. The little bit sunshine, little hurricane. She's a little bit sunshine, little hurricane. The forecast calls for clearest skies with a chance of rain. You can study her moves, she will bend the rules and always win the game. She's a little bit sunshine, little hurricane. She's a little bit sunshine, little hurricane. The forecast calls for clearest skies with a chance of rain. You can study her moves, she will bend the rules and always win the game. She's a little bit sunshine, little hurricane. She's a little bit sunshine, little hurricane. She's a little bit sunshine, little hurricane.
That's it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks
you
a
so
lot,
much.
man.
Thank you, Emily, for always having us. Trent and Whitney. Thank you so much. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for staying and listening to us.
Oh, yeah. This is one of the greatest places to play. This is perfect here.
You got a very attentive audience here at Ted's, that's for sure. Well, thank you guys for coming back. And last time you were here, you were the Tedward Trio. Now you're Sundance. How did you get the name Sundance?
He was eating lunch and called me.
I was driving somewhere, and somebody in the car started talking about Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid, and we were kind of kicking around, what are we going to call ourselves now, if anything? And I said, I just text Rob. I said, what do you think about Sundance? And he texts back, perfect, one word. I love it. It stuck. And he picked a really cool logo. He made a logo with Coco Pelli. You know, anybody know who Coco Pelli is? It's a southwestern Indian, I guess you would call it like a figure.
Mm-hmm.
And they found it on cave drawings.
Yeah, yeah, it is cool. Yeah, I've seen the logo, but yeah.
All right.
Well, I've seen your logo, so
I've seen the
yeah, so I know what
logo.
you're talking
That's
about. But
Belly.
yeah, cool. Yeah, I like
A
it.
chocolate insect.
And how long have you guys been playing together? Did you, like
This is our 3rd year.
third year? Okay, I think you said that too. But
Uh-huh.
but you seem like you're good friends. And have you been writing any new
We
songs?
are writing new songs now.
Okay.
Yeah, we are writing new songs. We kind of just want to do more up-tempo music,
Mm-hmm.
so that's what we're going to do.
Cool.
However,
And you're
we've got to still figure out a way to keep it a duo.
yeah.
We can figure that out.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. Are you looking to play shows around town and kind of get out there a little bit more? I know we talked a little briefly about.
A little bit, yes. Yeah.
Shows
I like-
and-
right now, I just want to keep doing open mics because I want to limit my stage time to 4 or 5 songs.
And it's also kind of hard to find a place where you can do original music.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
people will actually maybe listen to it.
That's extreme.
You know, if I'm not playing, some kind of cover tune, they don't care. You
Yeah.
know? And then they get up and walk out. They don't drink enough beer.
Yeah.
And they don't get paid as much.
Yeah.
You don't get invited back. Of course, you know all about that.
Right, and that's and that's kind of how Voice in the Pen was brought about too, was to give more of the local musicians a place to play their original stuff, and not always have to play covers.
And the reason why I want to limit my stage time is because I had a stroke and I lost part of my hand movements. So I'm still struggling on getting my guitar picking back. But I'll play it anyhow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so I earned a new name. He now calls me Edward Wrong Note. But I accept it because I'll keep playing. He says, but you ain't going to stop playing. I love this guy because when I was in recovery and I was learning how to play the guitar again, which was just a year ago, he goes, you ain't going to stop. I won't let you stop. And that's what good friends do.
That's why he hates me.
That's why I
Deep
love him.
down,
Well, that's-
really, really hates me.
That's a good story. It's a good story.
Yeah, definitely. I was gonna say you guys have some good stories. You were just telling me earlier how you played behind Brad Paisley when he was 11 years old in West Virginia.
Hey, yeah. In his little outfit.
Well, I
and
thought that was pretty-
Little outfit and cowboy hat at the
Very
West Vir-
cool.
or some kind of fair in Wheeling.
That's awesome.
Well, I want to thank you because you always do this, and CB, thank you.
CB back
All you
there.
guys, that gentleman back there, I think it's Tracy.
TK.
Oh, TK.
TK. Yep.
And then, of course, Ken came up from Southport to see us. He's another local musician from Southport. And I love
He braved the 3-day ride up from
Yeah.
Southport.
I'll feed the horse. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of the horse. Thank you.
Well, absolutely. Thank you guys again for coming back, and we look forward to hearing some new music. And as always, thanks to Lavitt Teds for hosting Voice in the Pen for us. Thanks, and have a good night.
Thank you.